I'm Chloe.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Sherry.
I'm Seth.
I'm Sheila.
I'm Scott.
My name is Faith Williams, and my favorite part of the summer is my job as a lifeguard. I love it because of all the kids I get to play with and the families with memberships there that I get to create so many relationships with. And I love getting to just be around the pool and in the sun and hanging out with my coworkers who quickly become best friends. And I'm always there to help jump in and save any kids that are struggling easily with no problem. But my perspective on my job changed when a little 7-year-old boy who was just recently adopted found out that he couldn't swim because he was going up the Big Blue slide and full of excitement, and he slides down the slide and ends up in the bottom of the slide, and he's just bobbing up and down in the water, gasping for breath. And there's a little 3-year-old girl just floating by with floaties on, and naturally, to save his own life, he latches onto the 3-year-old and pushes her down and is holding himself up above the water. And I was on my 15-minute break. I'm sitting in the office just eating some fruit, cookies, and I just happen to be sitting in a chair staring out the clear glass door, watching all the laughter and splashing going on at the pool when I noticed the drowning taking place. And I realized that neither of the guards notice it or are doing anything about it. Everyone's just swimming around them because the pool was really crowded that day. And my adrenaline automatically just kicks in. Naturally, I run outside and I blow my whistle and jump in the pool without a life tube because I wasn't on duty. And I immediately swim as fast as I can to the kids, and I pull the 7-year-old off of the 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old whose dad has now jumped in the pool to get his own 3-year-old, realizing what has happened. The whole pool has stopped and is staring at us. And I take the 7-year-old boy to his parents. And the kids are in complete shock, not necessarily because they're hurt or nothing's wrong with them because I acted fast enough, but because of the whole last 10 seconds that just happened. The kids are just in complete shock and are shaking and crying. And the dad of the 3-year-old is fuming because he's so angry, and he's furious that neither of the lifeguards did anything to notice, and they didn't take action, and they were on duty, but they didn't do anything about it. And he says, what if you didn't see him? What if you didn't happen to be looking out the window and none of us were paying attention? What would have happened to my kids? And so I calm the kids down, and I explain to them everything that happened to them, and explain to them that they're okay, and I let them pick out some candy. And I go and get my manager, and I explain the situation to her, and she says she'll take care of it, and she goes to talk to the dad about it, and she explains to him, that the lifeguards are going to be in a lot of trouble that didn't notice, and she's going to do something about it. And so I go and sit back down in the office, and then I realize that I'm in shock of everything that just happened because of how serious the situation was. And so I sit back down in the chair, and I'm looking out the glass window again, and I start to see the laughing and splashing start to happen again, and everyone's just going back to normal, forgetting about what happened. And that's when I realized how important my job is, and my perspective was changed just in a matter of 10 seconds of the whole summer, because I realized that I thought I loved my job before, but now I know that I love my job because getting the privilege to ensure these kids' safety it's such an honor to get to do. And I never realized how important it was and how serious it was. And my coworkers that didn't realize or act fast enough were fired. And we had a staff meeting, and they had a huge talk to us about it. And I just realize now that ensuring their safety is so important.